fighting games are. Oh, what's happened in the past 2 weeks? It's been
Well, it's been a month. For
Oh,
one.
it has, yes.
Yeah, because we skipped an episode because I was too busy getting interviewed for university. So
Yeah, that follows.
yes, it has been a month. Yeah.
We both had some very busy weeks as of late. Then.
Yeah. So yeah, among news, Mortal Kombat 12, most of it.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1 or 12 or whatever we're calling it now.
Yeah. Let's see. Something that we can get through.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, never mind. It's fixed.
Okay. So yeah, for like news that we can go over faster. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Ultra Battle Aura announced the first DLC character for the Season Pass 2, which is Leone Abacchio. You have no clue who this is. It's cool.
All right then.
Like, Abacchio was a character that people have been missing from the base roster, so him getting added just makes sense.
Yeah.
Then let's see any other news that on Mortal Kombat 12. Tekken 8 got a release date. It's January 26th, 2024. They confirmed a couple of. Yeah.
Of course, there's one big one for Street Fighter as well.
Yeah. They for Tekken 8 they announced a couple of characters, or well, they didn't announce the characters. They showed them off in the trailer. Characters like Leo and Steve Fox, and I forget who else because it's been a while since I've seen the trailer. I did notice a distinct.
I've not been paying much attention to Tekken 8 at all, but wasn't it fairly recently that they revealed Kuma?
I think he was also in the trailer, and then they released a bio for him.
Yeah, and now he has a lot of Heihachi moves and a fish that turns into a robot.
Yeah. That seems to be it, mostly, at least, from what I can tell. Like he's waiting for Heihachi to return. Is it bio? Yeah. I did notice a distinct
I mean, they give him Heihachi moves, but the fish turning into a robot. I just never been a big fan of the I've said this a million times, so I'm just not gonna repeat myself. Just not a fan of the fantasy stuff.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I did notice a distinct lack of Li Chaolan and his new design that looked bad in the leak. So I don't expect them to redesign him. I just noticed, hey, he isn't in any of these clips.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't expect Lee to be DLC because like that's why. As someone who plays Li Chaolan, who would pay for Li Chaolan? But yeah, and I think that's all the Tekken 8 news because it's mostly been Mortal Kombat stuff.
Well, Street Fighter.
Yes. Aki woman. She was actually shown off.
Yes. Gameplay.
Yes. She looks like it might just be an aesthetic thing, but to me she looks similar. Not completely, but just in like stylings to the guy from KOF.
Oh yeah. What? I don't even remember what his name was.
Something like maybe Lin.
It was Lin, wasn't it? I think it was. Let me put in King of Fighters Lin. Yes, King of Fighters Lin was the assassin dude with his back to the camera and his sprite.
Yeah. like a lot of what Aki is doing reminds me of Lin. Not because they share like moves or whatever, but because they just have the same thing going on. They have the same vibe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you know, on one hand, even if Aki was just Fong, I probably wouldn't have picked her up immediately. But since they changed her, I don't even get the funny thing of her being a more serious character and also being a bird.
I mean, I personally much prefer. She does, by the way, still do a little bit of bird flap.
But yeah, but she
At
don't.
the
Yeah,
oh no, go ahead.
I'm talking about the super specifically.
Yeah, whenever she's falling after the big combo, I believe in one of the supers, she does a little bit of the Fong bird flap.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm. Like she's trying to suspend herself in the air and fails.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, you know how I've always felt. I've always felt Fong was stupid.
yeah,
I mean, as Street Fighter joke characters go, to me, like Dan is of course a classic. Birdie, I don't know. The joke is just that he's fat, which is lazy. But I do think it's hilarious having a mechanic built around eating and the various bits of junk that Birdie leaves behind when he eats. I do find that funny. El Fuerte, I fucking hate. I think I've been vocal about that before. And Fong, I fucking hate.
and there's one you're
So
forgetting.
I, for one, am glad that the Fong design is dead.
There's someone you're forgetting in that list.
Oh, there is Rufus, yeah, who again I hate.
Yeah, and Hakan.
Yes. I mean, part of it comes down to out of all those, I love Hakan, but out of all those characters we listed, Dan is the only one that has like a serious story to him besides the jokes.
Yeah,
And where the jokes aren't just he is a negative national stereotype. Americans are fat, Brits are fat, Mexicans love Mexican food, which is the bizarrest fucking joke with El Fuerte. It's like if they introduced Abel and Abel was naming all of his moves baguette,
yeah.
and his super was frog's legs.
Abel has a mesh super where he just he basically does 100 hand slap. Its name is Hon Hon Hon.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Dan plays a serious part in the story of Sagat, one of the most important characters in Street Fighter history. Yeah, but I digress. Yeah, Aki looks weird, which was, I think, the intention to make creepy weird instead of goofy weird, like there was with Fong.
Yeah,
I think everybody was immediately the thing that everybody was noticing was the crawl on the ground on her back move.
yeah.
Which looks so weird. Did you see that Street Fighter's Twitter account actually released a screenshot they made of that, a version of an in-game version of that little art webcomic of Honda doing the headbutt at the same time that Aki does the little snake crawl, and their eyes meet for a minute, and they both blush.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh man, that's great.
But yeah, I get for me, it's like the new stuff that Aki gets. I don't mind. The some of the stuff that she retains from Fong, I do mind. Like she still has
I
the
didn't notice her retain any moves from Fong, but then I didn't pay attention to Fong because I hated him.
yeah. Yeah, Aki still has the like Fong had a move that was I think for set play, I'm not sure. Where he could put down like a cloud of poison to poison people with. Aki has a different take on this, where it's on the ground instead of a cloud, but like it's the same move.
I
And
did see where they showed that she's got a little move. She has that little move where she throws out like a poison line, almost like Doctor. Oh, help me here! The character from Street Fighter EX, blonde kid.
Doctrine Dark.
Yeah, similar to Doctrine Dark, she has like a little poison line she can throw out, and if it touches a poison bubble, it causes the poison bubble to pop bigger than it would ordinarily.
See if she has Doctrine Dark moves that I might be down, because Doctrine Dark was my boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Fong moves that I noticed her retaining, or the things that I was like, man, if they bring back Fong, I wouldn't mind if he lost these. So,
Huh.
because like the stuff that I saw that she retained was very like situational, and this is true for both Aki and Fong. Which, like, Aki it might be less situational. I'm not sure because I haven't played the character, but with Fong it sure was.
Huh.
But yeah. And then Mortal Kombat unannounced the greatest character, Granny.
I suppose we should say real quick, I don't think either of us were really like. I don't think Aki was made for either of us to be a character that we were gonna be deeply into.
Yeah, no. If you play like Fong, then I would play her just to torment you sometimes. But like other than that, like, I'll play Aki once she's out, and I'll have all of the DLC characters. I'll play Aki sometimes because she's on the roster.
I don't think. I mean, it could be a surprise. I wound up liking Rashid a lot more than I expected because I wasn't a huge Rashid fan in 5. And you downright hated Rashid in 5, didn't you?
Yes.
So that one was a pleasant surprise. But really, out of this DLC pack, I think you and I were both much more interested in the latter two characters rather than the former.
Yeah. Because that begs the question of what the fuck they'll do to make him play different in the two control schemes. And then Akuma begs the question, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like with Akuma, he's just genuinely just, okay, so what do we do? How does he have more than the other people to make him a glass cannon? Because that's his gimmick.
The sky is the hypothetical limit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone in Street Fighter 6 except Zangief shares the same health amount, right?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
So there is precedent for some degree of differing health numbers. So Akuma could still have half the health of the other characters.
Yeah. Akuma dies in a Drive Impact, but at the same time, he is actually just Rare Akuma. We just ported Rare Akuma from Mugen.
That's what you say every single time. You just want Rare Akuma.
No, I say it every time because Rare Akuma is a parody character. He's ridiculous on purpose. So me say, like, I'm expecting Akuma to be ridiculous, and there is no, like, you can't make Rare Akuma more broken. So it's just what I default to because there's no there's no going above that. They cannot suppress that in being stupid. Like literally the only way I think they could make Rare Akuma more broken is if you load it into the match and the enemy just died immediately without having to press a button. So like,
yeah.
so that's why I keep saying that Akuma in SF6 will just be Rare Akuma because, like, a lot of the characters got stuff that seems broken in a vacuum. So what do we do with the character who has been who has come off as the most broken in a vacuum ever since he's been introduced?
Yeah. That is a good question. And it is a question we will find answered in
Half a year.
Yeah. Though Ed's, I feel like Ed's an even bigger question because with Akuma, it can just simply be okay. He now has all the Akuma stuff, everything he's ever had, plus one or two new moves. Okay, well there we go. That answers that. Ed, huh?
I mean, Ed, I'll expect to have most of his stuff from 5. Other than that, I don't know if he really needs more. Really, like with that once again, like for me, the big question is with that is just how will he control? Will he still have the same control method that he had in 5 when modern controls are so similar anyway?
Well, I mean, part of the thing with Ed to me is that like he didn't really have a whole lot of options in 5.
I mean, from what I
He
understand,
had the
yeah.
well, I'm thinking like just the V skills. I nearly called them drive skills. The V skills. He oh, hang on, having a little bit of audio issues again. Give me just a second. Okay, it looks like they should be fixed.
All right.
Giving him both the V skills would be, an improvement. But beyond that, Ed was a character who felt like he had a Hadoken, a Shoryuken, and Luke's Flash Knuckle. And that just description, if we just go with that plus Snatcher and what was the other V skill?
Let's see. One of them gave him I forget. I feel like one of his V skills was just like a state where you could do more combo.
And I do remember it being something like that.
And then he also had
I mean,
ball.
I was not the biggest Ed player, but he seemed like a character where you'd be a bit worried that he would be a lamer. Oh, he did have Flicker Punch. I forgot about that. He did have
Yeah.
Flicker Punch. So
And
that was kind of crap.
apparently Flicker Punch was actually the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Ed came out, Flicker Punch was bad, and then they buffed it, and then it became that he could cancel anything into it, so he could combo anything into Flicker Punch or something like that.
I see.
So according to like allegedly high level people, which I say allegedly because I don't watch tournaments, I can't actually know if these people are tournament players or not. But yeah. So according to high level people, it made Ed go from like pretty bad to nearly god tier because you can just win any like close range trade by just going into Flicker Punch or something like that.
I see. Well, if that turns out to be a big game changer and I just didn't notice the first go around, that would explain things. I was just about to say, like, how do they keep him from being just a really lame version of Luke? But Flicker Punch would make a big difference.
Yeah, Flicker Punch and Snatch.
Yeah. Plus, of course, seemingly, he'll likely have access to both of his V triggers as supers now,
Yeah, he gains ball.
which, of course, could be fun.
I forget what was the V trigger. Was one of his V triggers ball, or was it one of his supers, or whatever, something like that. I forget.
His super move was the little kind of Dempsey roll rush.
The,
The
which one was the large ball that was like the entire screen and that did barely move?
That's V trigger 1.
Ah,
V trigger 2 was the super snatcher.
yeah. So yeah, Street Fighter looks too. Street Fighter is more of the same. We've already talked about how it's promising and shit. Like I don't know what else we can add, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, MK12 once again. Granny announced she's here and she's kicking
She is
ass.
not playable, but she is here.
Yeah, she'll be DLC.
Eh.
I joke, but wouldn't you buy her?
I absolutely would.
So yeah, Granny has been announced. Let's see, who else has been announced, or what else has been announced?
Aside from the memes.
Yeah, I mean Reiko.
So Reiko has not been announced. It just like
Reiko
Reiko was part of a leak.
Yeah.
Reiko was part of a leak a while ago, and it was noticed in passing in the invasion mode trailer that you can see Lee May doing a brutality to him.
Yeah. There's also the leak that you're talking about. I did see it, where I don't think he spoke. I forget, but there's a cutscene that was in one of the trailers, if memory serves, that they put out, where they showed off an extended cut, and Reiko is just there, standing menacingly in the background.
Oh yeah, he definitely showed up in a cinematic trailer at some point. And he just wasn't pointed out by people, except for the people who already knew about the leak. Then they pointed out, "Hey, Reiko!"
Yeah. So do you think Reiko will have his bullshit shuriken in this game too? Or well, I guess a better question. I guess a better question is, how do you think they'll try to fix his bullshit shuriken in this game?
That's the interesting thing about bringing back 3D era characters, bringing back the MK4 through Armageddon characters, is that they don't want to just erase what little identity they already had and just make a whole new character. Or at least they haven't showed that tendency so far, because Lee May gets to keep most of the moves she had back in Deadly Alliance and Deception.
Ashra, I think
But
she got a completely new moveset, more or less. Like it's vaguely yeah.
No, go ahead.
Like if I'm thinking of the right character, at least it's vaguely based off of her weapon style, because she was the only character in Armageddon with a unique weapon. But and by unique weapon, I don't even mean a unique weapon fighting style, just literally a unique model.
Well, yeah, Armageddon, to be fair, was a very different case because it had double the roster at least of the previous two games.
Yeah, but yeah, so for Ashra or whoever, I forget, they've confirmed her as playable, and she has like some similar movements to what she used to have in that fighting style, in the weapon fighting style in Armageddon. Aside from that, completely new character.
Okay, no, I meant like they brought back special moves, not so much that the characters bring back normals. I wouldn't expect that because the normals.
Oh no, I'm talking about that too. I'm talking about that too. I think one of her new special moves references one of her like dialogue combos from Armageddon, but that's it.
Well, I never knew that much about Ashra to begin with, so I guess I just didn't notice that she's lost most of her specials moves. But specifically, I saw a comparison video showing that Lee May kept pretty well all of her special moves from Deadly Alliance. Was she in Deadly Alliance? Yeah, Deadly Alliance and Deception.
But yeah, so on one hand, there is like previous thing. There is a character that they have changed. At the same time, it was a fucking Ashra, so I can't blame them. Like that's the thing. Like even if they change Reiko, I expect Reiko's change to make him more like Rain, where it's like, okay, so this feels nothing like the character you're used to. At the same time, we reference his specials. Like the specials are vaguely similar. They don't work the same, but they have the same idea. at least looks wise.
Yeah.
Or like they didn't give Rain Bubble in MK12 because it's Bubble. So instead his neutral grab is Bubble.
Shao Kahn looks similarly. Well, General Shao looks similarly like they've massively changed him.
Yeah. He's a sense switch character now, I guess.
Yeah, more or less, yes.
But yeah, I expect
Which
Ray.
is
Yeah,
certainly something.
yeah. So that's what I expect Reiko to be like as well. Well, where he keeps like the shuriken, but it works a bit different, or it has some drawback that it didn't used to have, and then he gets not a completely new, but a mostly new move set to go along with it, because otherwise he didn't have a lot, did he?
Yeah, he was. I don't. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say. I don't remember a lot of what Reiko could do besides the notorious Shuriken.
Reiko had shuriken and Reiko had a teleport, if memory serves. Either like I forget, it was either teleport or if it was on S bounce.
Well, I want to say in Armageddon he had access to like some baby Shao Kahn moves, didn't he?
I don't remember. But I was just going to joke that Reiko gets Shao Kahn's classic moveset.
See, that'd be the twist, wouldn't it? That Shao Kahn's spirit survived the destruction of the previous timeline, but only in the form of Reiko.
Yeah. And
That would actually be really fucking lame.
and his story in the game is that he still remembers being Shao Kahn. And he has to watch General Shao, who is him, but not him at the same time. He take his place. While he's kicking and screaming, I'm Shao Kahn.
Yeah. I hope this I hope this doesn't somehow lead to another continuity reset.
Yeah. Or idea, or just the game in general, because fair either way.
The idea we've just pitched. Because that almost sounds like reality, and I don't want that reality to pass.
If you say it loud enough, Ed Boon will hear.
Yeah.
Ed Boon will rewrite this game that's coming out in like a month. I don't know why that's so funny. I guess just because of the amount of effort and the impossibility of such a task. But
Well, Lou is yet again fucking dissatisfied with the way this timeline has went, and goes reset.
yeah,
And we somehow end up with the Raiden getting goat seed timeline.
I was about to say. Like the Mortal Kombat 13 story mode is not actually a story mode. It's just a montage of everyone calling Raiden up on the Kamidogu. And then eventually the montage ends and you just get a pop-up saying unlocked every character.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And they do mean every. If you can sit through the thing, you can even get to play as like the developer models that don't even have like a proper moveset assigned.
Yeah, you get Kung Fu Man.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah, that. Then people actually brought the animations to Ed Boon, and he replied. This was in an interview. He was someone, an actual like journalist, and he got an interview with Ed Boon, and he went, "Hey Ed, are you aware that your animations stink?" I'm paraphrasing, but still.
Yeah.
And Ed went, "Well, we tried to go for a more realistic art style, and that's it. That's all he said."
Yeah. Well, that is what a lot of the issue boils down to, is that Mortal Kombat animations, Street Fighter and Guilty Gear animations, if you switch the camera perspective to right in front of the player character, then the animations look quite derpy because the animations are designed explicitly to be stylized from the perspective of a fighting game camera. Mortal Kombat, to my understanding, they actually they do animate it so that the characters don't look honestly look stinkier from the fighting game camera perspective than from if you're in the fighting game character's shoes. Which of course is odd because you'll never see the Mortal Kombat or Injustice characters from any perspective other than the fighting game camera.
Yeah. I mean, before this, the thing that they brought up was like stance switch makes it so the animations have to suck, and like remove stance switch. What's its use?
Yeah, the continual love for the stance switch button is one thing I've never understood with NetherRealm.
Like, you know, I don't think that removing stance switch would immediately like remove every like problem animation that people don't like, which, like, you know, there's like, I don't know, 5 every game. But regardless,
Well, some people make it sound like literally every button you press causes them to revulse in horror.
yeah. Meanwhile, usually if you actually hear those people out, it's just like, well, like, I don't know, these like 5 to 7 characters, crouching light kick looks bad, and you check it and you go, yeah, that actually does look bad, and then
It does, not for
and
as much
then
as they put up.
yeah. But yeah, so, you know, like, I don't know how much the stance switch actually has a thing over the quality of every other animation. But if it genuinely is causing a problem, I don't see why we keep it around. Like, you know,
I think
yeah.
there must be something there. No, continue. I have no thoughts. I don't have anything actually worthwhile to contribute here.
All right, I guess. But yeah, it's not like we'll know because neither of us are like animation directors.
Yeah.
I might technically be in 3 years, but
Heh.
not yet. So yeah, like, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, I look forward to seeing gameplay of Ermac still. Because I wanna see, like, I wanna see how much they butchered my boy.
Yeah, I mean, there's already. I only just the other day finally got around to seeing the clip the developers released of Baraka versus Shao.
And that was cool. I liked that.
Yeah, I'm not saying butchery. I've not seen any butchery. It looks like the characters are generally just expansions of their past selves. But I was so well, except of course, like we said, Shao and Rain, who have both changed considerably. But I was so confounded when I saw Baraka go for jump kick, then like air body projectile.
Yes, Baraka has an air dash now. Fuck you. That is all you
Yeah,
need
I
to know.
noticed.
Yeah, I looked at I watched the Baraka gameplay and I went, man, this game looks really good. And then I remembered Ermac's design and I went, oh boy, what the fuck is Ermac gonna be? Cause, like, you know, the stuff that I have seen of Mortal Kombat 12 makes me hopeful. I genuinely like how the game looks, for the most part. But then I once again, I think of the new Ermac design, and it doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me.
So all it takes one bad design and the game is ruined.
No, I'm not even talking about the entire game. Like, the entire game will probably be good. The stuff that we've seen so far doesn't make me believe that the game would be bad. But you know, it's still a thing of like, well, my character is technically on the roster, but is he?
I think with the Rain and because Rain's lost, has Rain lost Super Kick?
No, they actually show it. No, not only did Rain not lose super kick, it's a normal now.
I see. It always kind of did look like one, really.
Yeah.
If Rain gets to keep Super Kick, even in spite of the massive redesign, then I would expect that even if they decided torch everything about Ermac except a couple moves, one of those couple moves that would survive would be Teleslam.
I mean, yeah, but you know, it is the age old thing with me where like, okay, so we kept 1% of the thing that you liked.
How much of Ermac do you really like besides Teleslam, though?
I mean, I like their Ermac's aesthetic, which is gone, but I also like the thing that I like about Ermac is the whole thing he has where like I like Teleslam, yes, but I also like the Scorpion teleport that he gets. I like how you can you know use the two in combo. I liked the whatchamacallit, the way that they changed his soul ball to not just be a projectile but also a set up for a combo in X. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, moveset wise, they don't have to do much for me to be fine with Ermac. But at the same time, once again, like I look at the new Ermac design and it doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me that I will like this Ermac anyway.
Well, if a major aspect of what you want from Ermac is the aesthetic, then I think you've already lost that.
Yeah. I was like, I distinctly remember disliking the MKX Ermac because of his stance. Because he's flying. He shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know where the intention is for Ermac to go in that direction. The intention there was definitely to try and make Ermac less of a ninja.
Yeah, which makes less sense the more and more characters they show, of course, like, then why the fuck is Rain a ninja? Why is Reptile a ninja?
Rain's not a ninja anymore, he's a wizard.
He still has a fairly ninja design.
Yeah. But he uses a staff now and he casts spells.
I mean, you wanna argue that this Rain is not a ninja, but Aaron Black is, which is an argument you have made previously.
Did I argue he was actually a ninja, or did I argue that he had aspects of the ninja aesthetic?
You called him a ninja.
Did I call him that casually, or was I trying to dig in my heels and say he was seriously a ninja?
The latter.
I don't believe I did.
I'm pretty sure it was the latter because when I said no, you kept saying it. So
I definitely have said at several points that Aaron Black and MKX and 11 both, his default design, was clearly designed to invoke the image of the Mortal Kombat ninja. The mask you wear specifically was made to do that. I've definitely said that several times. But I don't recall where I would have ever actually said that Aaron Black was a fucking Japanese assassin.
but yeah, like the new Rain design to me is among similar things of like. They actually, I don't know, because the new Rain design to me doesn't look wizardish. He isn't roby enough.
Give me just a second. I'm pulling up his design in Mortal Kombat 1.
I don't think he is in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes, he is. Have you not seen him in Mortal Kombat 1?
Rain is not in Mortal
He was
Kombat
revealed-
1. He's in 12.
Oh, okay. You're just okay. I see. Right. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Mortal Kombat 12. There we go. I mean, he's still clearly got the ninja mask and hood, but from the neck down, it's a lot more kind of monk-y.
I'll look him up as well. Oh, give me a sec. Was like, yeah, to me it just looked like, you know, the thing, because to me Rain's design has been kind of up in the air a lot of times in these games, because you know, first he was just a ninja, then they tried to make him more like Prince-ish, but they went for like the they went for Aladdin.
Yeah.
And so like to me, just look from my memory, because I'm still in the process of looking him up in MK12. But uh yeah, from my memory, the new design is kind of just more Aladdin Rain, but he has a staff now. No.
No, he's not very Aladdin at all. They went with a Rain that actually looked Asian this time.
Yeah,
You can
there's
kind of see
something.
them.
Yeah, there's something about his shirt that's still like the. If I guess if his cape went around his entire body, then I could see him being a wizard. But there's something about his shirt, like it doesn't speak, like it's still too like ninja to me.
Well, they're definitely trying to find more of a happy medium. They're not like doing like Ermac here, where they're trying to torch all evidence that he ever was a ninja.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, the man has a wizard staff now, which I suppose on some level you should take relief from if he'll be taking the wizard ninja aspect from Ermac, so Ermac doesn't have to be that anymore.
I remember if it just be Kanra.
Probably, yeah, that'll be what they double down on is he's a mummy.
But yeah, that it just once again confounds me how they decide which characters can retain ninja parts and which can't.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero are the iconic ones. Smoke has a story role as another Lin Kuei that gets along with Sub-Zero.
But yeah, those three make sense. But then Reptile, uh, Rain, like we've just discussed.
Reptile, well, that one they were trying to push Reptile away from Ninja with X and a lot more into Lizard territory, but Reptile has the constant classic argument of human or lizard reptile. And with one, they have finally decided, screw it, he's both. So inevitably, the human side is very ninja because that's classically reptile. But both Rain and Ermac, they've been pushing away from the ninja stuff for a good while. I mean, in Rain's case in particular, it's like a bit confounding how he was like plot wise, storyline wise. It's a bit confounding why he ever looked like a ninja to begin with, because his story has pretty well always been he's a Dinian royalty. He's like the lost, like well, he's not brother to Kitana. He's the third brother of Taven and Dagon, right?
Maybe. I think so.
Something like that.
No. He's not the third brother of Taven and Dagon. He is the son of the king of Edenia, which Taven and Dagon are the sons of the god of Edenia.
Oh. So Rain was the product of Gerard or whatever having an affair on Sindel?
I don't actually know. I guess I'll look it up.
Okay.
Because he is usually just referred to as the Prince of Edenia, but like at this point, anyone can be the Prince of Edenia.
Again. Oh, okay. I think we're fine. I think I'm fine. Can you say something?
Yes, I can speak.
Okay. There we go. We're fine.
All right, let's see. You are correct. He is the half brother of Taven and Dagon.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Which I guess somehow makes him a Dinian royalty, because I guess it makes sense that the gods decide royalty.
Yeah. Let's look at Heracles. Biggest king.
What? All right then.
So yeah, anyway. uh did anything else come out of MK12?
Well, of course, the invasions mode was revealed.
Oh yeah, I know barely anything at all of that. So that's gonna be yours.
Well, I've seen some trailers, but I don't think they've gone in detail about it. If they have, that would be news to me, and we'll hear about it in the comments. But it looks like the whole gimmick is it's board game structured almost like it almost kind of looked a little bit like board game structured like old Deadly Alliance Conquest, which was a bit of a surprise on its face. And you can pick between the various characters on the cast, and you go through, and there are just battles on the map that have gimmicks. So similar, they're still gonna have the thing of like fight Sonya, but it's raining sector rockets, right?
Yeah.
But it's no longer going to be the time limited FOMO sort of gimmick before of like, well, better log in and get your towers today. They'll be gone in a week. That kind of deal is not, from what it looks like, not going to be a thing anymore.
Bold of you
So I
to
would not
assume
be
they
shocked.
yeah, bold of you to assume that they wouldn't tie those to timers.
Yeah, there's a distinct possibility that it will be that, like, oh, most of the fights are like already formatted and like ready to go, but there will be some that cycle because that's still very in keeping with NetherRealm.
Yeah.
But the gimmick is going to be,
Sometimes Dark Radiance shows up.
yeah. And the gimmick then is that they are going to continually, after release, add new stretches to the game board, the invasion board, and completing the spaces is how you unlock stuff like concept art and costumes.
Ah, so no crypt.
No crypt.
Nice.
No gear system. No grip, no crypt, no gear system.
Ooh.
What they showed, it is honestly just you beat Sonya while there are sector missiles raining down. You have now unlocked Rain's alternate costume where he is now hideously orange.
Alright. I'm assuming that not his outfit, his skin.
Yeah. The Trumpification is happening.
Oh, he's gonna make Edenia great again.
Yep. I'm not saying that all the Tarkatans are drug dealers and yada yada, but they're not sending their best.
But then is Rain's like or Rain's arms shorter in that outfit too.
With tiny hands.
Yeah.
And you can't quite see it from the front. He's always trying to hide it, but he's constantly throwing it back.
Yeah. This is the one reason that we still have the stand switch button. If you turn the stand switch, then he just starts working.
There you go.
We've programmed it into the game just for this one outfit. You're welcome.
Yeah. Oh god.
Three developers died of crunch to give you Rain twerking.
Oh no.
And then we locked it so it's just Rain and just on this one outfit. You will never find it.
Huh. A hidden combination.
Yeah.
I will say that I appreciate that Mortal Kombat 30 years later has finally got around to having alternate character colors.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say that they got around to having Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Well, you know, that is amusing at least.
But yeah, what are you talking about? Alternate character colors. You already had like the Scorpion being yellow or slightly orange or yellow.
Yeah, that's correct. And it was at its best in Mortal Kombat 9, where it was like a slightly different shade difference.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Mortal Kombat 9, I don't know. I didn't play enough of Mortal Kombat 9. But Mortal Kombat X, where it was like very mild differences in shading.
I mean that's always been the case though. It's always like it's always been the case for that, or you get Blue Kang.
Yeah,
He's special.
he's the one.
Yeah, Billy Gunn.
You don't quite get Hornbuckle, but he is surprisingly close.
Yeah,
In a way, in a sense, in a taste. But yeah, I'm glad they finally caught up on that. That's quite cool.
yeah. But yeah, oh yeah. I guess speaking of the ninjas, did you see Smoke?
I've seen that he has the weird gas mask gimmick going on now.
Did you see his moveset?
No.
The man is made up of high-low mix-ups. It's all
that doesn't surprise me.
It's all he has, but he has a lot of them.
That doesn't surprise me. His special moves are already, let's stop doing this stupid neutral thing and do something else. So
Yeah, I mean, like they changed his teleport, if memory serves, so that if he meter burns it, then he goes invisible and stuff like that.
nice.
And if memory serves, the teleport, like it has a slow startup, but it also hits from the entire screen because it's a teleport. And if memory serves, I forget how it works. I don't know. I don't remember if the teleport is always overhead or if you can choose if it's overhead or low.
Okay. Teleporting to overhead or low reminds me a little bit of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he's like the stuff that I saw. It seemed like he was a bit like Martian Manhunter. Only he can't do literally everything. He can just do most things with mix-ups.
Well, that's a decided improvement.
Yeah. But yeah, like Smoke has a definite counterplay in just reading his mix-ups. But at the same time, the man can put you into a 50-50 at any point at any part of the level. So
yeah, really, the Smoke continues to be the fuck zoners character.
yeah. Smoke is trying to get a promotion into the fuck you character.
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to play the game? Yes.
Do you exist? Fuck you for existing.
Yeah.
Furthermore, fuck everyone.
Yeah. Smoke, the quintessential antisocial character.
Yeah.
People don't call me an Enra, so I will make them suffer.
I'll learn them. They'll learn to call me an Inra or they'll learn to suffer. I'm just that big on my name. It's a good name, an Inra. How many Ninras have you met? Huh? Just so good.
Yeah.
My great grandpa was named an Inra too. And he was also great.
Greater than Great Kung Lao.
Yes, that stupid bitch.
Also, I don't know if you saw. I didn't see properly, but during the Shao Baraka match, I couldn't figure out if they gave the dropkick the old hitbox or not.
The hitbox that was notoriously generous.
Yes. Because in a couple of times, like I think in the entire set they used dropkick like 3 or 4 times, and I want to say half of those times it's stopped before it can properly come out. So I couldn't look if it has even like similar hitbox. Which like like I'm thinking about that just because they have shown you can cancel dropkick into Baraka's air dash.
Yeah, I saw that too. I noticed that. That's seems like it have potential.
Yeah, so like what once again, like if dropkick has a hitbox anywhere similar to his MK2 counterpart, you just don't get to
Yeah.
like you don't get to leave the ground. Your only purpose is blocking.
Well,
Because
I
he
already saw it. I don't know if it's Mortal Kombat 2 levels, but Blade Spark looked pretty fast.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then if memory serves, I don't think they showed it off during the exhibition match with Khan or whatever Shao, but yeah, in one of the trailers they showed off that he has the old neck slice back, but it's a combo starter. Like it looked like a Rekka.
The old what?
The neck slice.
Oh, okay, yeah. Which for the longest time was a command normal, no?
Yes.
I see.
And like either they made it a part of a dialogue combo or it's a Rekka from what I could tell.
Baraka with Rekkas would make sense. That would
Baraka.
fit for him. Baraka.
Uh,
Has Mortal Kombat ever had a Rekka before?
I don't think so. Maybe during like the 3D era, but
Yeah, I can't recall there ever being a Rekka.
yeah, me neither. Not off the top of my head.
Hmm. That would certainly be interesting.
Yeah, but either which way, like Baraka seems a lot more combo oriented now, and then just giving him an air dash on top of that, like what? There is no end to that sentence. Just what?
It's strange because we've not seen a lot of the moveset, even for a lot of the characters we have been shown. There we go.
Yeah,
We have maybe 5 seconds of Melina footage.
yeah. I mean, technically we have more, but that's only if you also count Melina getting beat up because at least in the
Yeah.
at least in the ketchup and mustard videos, she was usually the dummy.
Was she part of the beta?
One of them. Or wait, shit. Am I mixing them up? Did
She
you say
wasn't
Melina or
part of one of the betas. I don't think she was.
did you say Melina or Kitana?
I said Melina.
Shit, I mixed them up. So yeah, we don't have footage of either of them, I guess then. Melina we don't have footage at all. Kitana was part of the beta, but if memory serves, we know that she has like square wave and she has the fan lift maybe, but then that's all I've seen of her. So
I would imagine if she was in the beta, somebody filmed something of her. That there wasn't like a mutual agreement amongst Mortal Kombat YouTubers. Let's all fail to cover this character.
yeah,
So that would be funny.
yeah. There was a mutual agreement that Melina only gets to appear as a training dummy, or not Melina, Kitana. Shit.
Kitana.
Yeah. Melina doesn't get to appear. He's only Melina is unplayable. I know she's not, but imagine if they announce Melina being in the game and then she's not playable. She's just in
I
the
mean,
story.
after the whole Mortal Kombat 11 fiasco,
Yeah,
that would be kind of great. And I'm a Melina fan. If you pick Melina as a player character, the game just crashes. There you go.
yeah. Melina has a spot on the roster, but if you press on her thing, then it's actually just random.
It's either that or it plays a little FMV of Ed Boon going wagging his finger and going no no no.
it's it's not even like it's not even like a proper just a video that they filmed today. Well, it is a video that they filmed today, but it's been bit crushed to actually look like an FMV game.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Nay nay.
Yeah, really that we haven't seen footage of. I want to say that we haven't seen footage of like Kitana, Johnny, really. Sonya? Oh wait, Sonya's not technically not on the base roster yet.
We've seen enough footage of Johnny to know that he has his weird style meter mechanic.
See, I personally haven't even seen enough Johnny to know that.
Johnny has a weird mechanic where he can, like, he has an extra meter he can store up and spend for like Roman cancels or something.
Oh, weird.
And it's called like the style meter.
Yeah. If you do a 38 combo with Johnny, he just has that smoking sexy style.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, is in character for Johnny.
That, or it's revealed that he merged with a Johnny of another universe.
Yeah. Who have we not seen? I don't know, because most of the other characters that I can think of are characters who are confirmed to be cameos and more or less confirmed to be on the playable roster, but at the same time they haven't revealed them on the playable roster, like Kano or Sonya or Jax.
Kano and Sonya and Jax aren't playable, are they? I thought they were all cameos.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't remember if they've been confirmed or not to be playable as actual playable characters. They are cameos, for sure.
I want to say from the character select screen we've seen, there's only 2 or 3 empty slots left, and one of those is Reiko.
Ah, so it's not gonna have any of those 3. That's weird.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Like, you know, like Liu Kang not remaking Kano, I can sort of understand. I mean, not really, because Kano is funny, but otherwise I can sort of understand. What's Liu's problem with Sonya and Jax?
I have to assume that it's not that Liu has a problem with him. It's just that he's now made Jax a peaceful farmer.
I thought you were gonna say he just forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. What a fucking asshole.
like the old word Sonya and Jax step through the portal and he goes, "Oh shit, I knew I forgot something."
Yeah. Oopsie doodles.
Yeah.
Hell shit.
Cue him going back in time to warn Raiden. Remind him.
Hey, Raiden, don't forget about Jax and Sonya this time. Why was I going to forget about them? Just don't, okay?
It's only not even don't forget about them. Tell me not to forget about them. And
okay.
And we're assuming that with this getup, Raiden's first question isn't why are you calling me Liu?
Yeah. What's happening? What's the fuck is going on? I mean, presumably it's a version of Raiden that hasn't seen the alternate timeline where Liu is Fire God instead of Raiden being Thunder God. So
exactly.
Raiden's reaction is going to be, Liu, how are you even using a Kamidogu to call me?
Yeah. Also, this isn't even at the start of the first Mortal Kombat tournament. Who just called Raiden in his house? Like it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Raiden just woke up from sleep because the Kamidogu was ringing.
The alternate timeline where Raiden becomes Dark Raiden because he's sick of being constantly pestered by Liu every time he louses something up in the new timeline, going, "Hey Raiden, don't let me do this." What?
and every time
I shouldn't have let you become Fire God in the first place, fucker.
And like Every time Luke calls Raiden, he gives no context. He just says the thing and then hangs up.
Hey, Raiden, we got this problem. What? Oh boy. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what was the rest of. Hang on, let me pull it up. What was the rest of the leaked roster? Give me a second.
At this point in Mortal Kombat 12 doesn't actually open with Fire God Liu Kang calling Raiden on the phone. That is Kamidogu. I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed. Yeah.
The remaining
roster features Jarek.
Supposedly, the remaining leaked characters were fucking Reiko and Natara.
Ah, is Nitara not already like a cameo?
No, she is not.
Okay. Might be mixing her up with like not Kira, Serena. Yeah.
Yes, Serena is there, and Serena now has her gimmick where she can switch between human and demon forms, which is pretty cool, to be fair. That could be. See, I'm interested in. I'm really interested in that out of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's take the stinkers and see if we can redeem them.
Yeah, I mean they did it with Boraicho. They can do it with anyone.
Yeah, like barring Boraicho's stupid fart move in Mortal Kombat X, he was a cool character, and I won't let anyone disagree with me on that.
Or let's see Mortal Kombat 12 redeem Moloch.
Yeah, that's
or fucking Dramen.
I don't know. Moloch, I think, could have potential. I don't know. I think both of those could have potential. They just need some changes. Dramen, don't put him in a Speedo anymore. If you're going to have him be a weird meat man, have him be a naked meat man, but, missing genitals.
Not go full frontal.
Dramen, also get rid of whatever weird cleaver he had on his back. The club hand and the mask are enough. Also, make a decision about the swarm of flies. Is Dramen just smelly? What's happening here? But the mask and the club hand I like. Well, there's another major change they would have to make Dramen work. Do you know what that is?
What?
Get rid of the stance switch button.
Ah, yeah.
So that Dramen's club hand doesn't switch every time he's on a different side of the fucking screen.
Although that would still be funny.
Yeah, but it was so stupid in Injustice 2 playing Hellboy. And it's the Hellboy's big red right hand is a major plot element of Hellboy, both in the comics and the movies. And it's not just something he can cast off. It is the mark that he will be the fucking end of days, the end of the world. And in Injustice, he can just casually switch it from hand to hand. He doesn't. It doesn't matter. Blech. Anyways, yeah, Moloch. I feel like Moloch would be one of those characters. If they brought Moloch in, he would have very little resemblance to his original self, right?
Yeah.
Like they would definitely want to have fun with playable demon dude, playable big hulking demon dude. But I think other than the 3 eyes and the little head fin, there'd be a lot different about him.
Yeah, I mean, like, people have been complaining about how, like this is genuinely a thing that I have seen people argue about, of like the Mortal Kombat is trying to, like make. I forget which way it was. The argument that I saw was either that Mortal Kombat is trying to make the women unattractive while making the men attractive, or the other way around. And like either which way, no, but
yeah, that's an odd take, because I mean Melina's going back to having a good bit of cleavage in this one, I noticed.
And then have you looked at fucking like reptiles human form or Havoc?
Reptile's human form is astoundingly good looking. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like I would
Like
not
the
ever have expected Reptile to be a good looking guy.
like the most unattractive part of Reptile's human form is the Mike Tyson head the face tattoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and also people complaining about them reusing like body models, which I can't even tell. Legitimately, that's news to me. I mean, if they are good on them, I don't know how much work introducing like small differences to make things have some variety, I guess, when it comes to looks. But like otherwise, I couldn't tell.
If they want to complain about that, I will direct them to a game that is beloved, referred to as Mortal Kombat 9, where the characters are all broadly pretty well the same skeleton, well, across male and female, with some obvious exceptions like Shiva, of course.
Yeah.
Like everyone in Mortal Kombat 9 is more or less the exact same body proportions. And Mortal Kombat X and 11, I don't remember there being that much difference in body proportions either. Like,
Wait,
I mean,
no, I
obviously,
think
Jax was a little bit bigger, but
I think I'm mixing them up because this attractiveness thing has been a thing with both Mortal Kombat and Tekken 8. And then
wait,
Tekken,
what?
yeah, I don't know. The with Tekken 8 at least I can tell you that the argument was that they're making all of the women doll faced and all of the men ugly. Which like I don't know.
I ain't been paying that much attention to the game, but like Kazuya doesn't strike me like he's gotten any uglier.
Yeah, no, he's only as ugly as he's ever been. In fact,
Like,
in fact, he's less ugly because he doesn't look like his what was it his Tekken 1 ending where he smiles into the camera?
oh yeah, the stupid Tekken 1, like where he makes the stupid smile. Oh,
Yeah, like
that's great.
because
Oh, that's one of the best. The best ever.
Kazuya doesn't look like that. So until he does, I don't think I can call him ugly.
Oh.
Although imagine if Kazuya got an alternate outfit where he just looks like that. He has a smile permanently etched onto his face.
Give the entirety of the Tekken 1, 2, and 3 casts stupid stupid CG FMV models.
Yes. But yeah, that was the argument for Tekken 8. So I might be mixing that up because with that it also came up that like they're using the same like base model for the women's bodies, which like once again I couldn't tell.
I haven't been paying that much of attention to Tekken, but Mortal Kombat, like, yeah, I guess I haven't been paying that much attention to the women's bodies in Mortal Kombat either.
Yeah.
And like Ashra's right there, and Ashra has always, even in the era of Mortal Kombat where all the women were strippers, Ashra was always the one who was covered up.
Yeah. I mean, like my thing is that like as long as I for one don't notice, which sometimes you can notice this sort of stuff when literally they just reuse the same stance and shit. But like Mortal Kombat hasn't been doing that.
No.
But also like using a base is fine. I would hope that if a character is supposed to be taller than the other, then they make the necessary the adjustments to make the character model taller. But like other than that, it just speeds up development.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to get picky about. I mean, hell, it's Mortal Kombat tradition for all of the ninjas to be exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they released like a costume pack that released the 3D model with ripped sprites from the old games. They can't do that because they have new moves now. But imagine if they actually hired that a guy, just a dude, to get similar outfits at least if they can replicate it 1-to-1 and then do it over.
Oh boy.
Problem is, I'm pretty sure that would be the production costs of doing that would probably rival the entire game.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all of it for Mortal Kombat 12.
For now.
Yeah, for now. So I guess let's move on to the topics, of which I have a couple. One of which
All
is
right.
I saved this because of the wording, and I think you'll see why I saved it exactly once I've read it out. Do you think that the King of Fighters could be as popular as Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat if they have graphics like Dead or Alive?
Okay, yeah, that's that is a phrase. So the first immediate problem, like from the jump, is if KOF was as popular as Soul Calibur. No, I think KOF is already currently more popular than Soul Calibur.
Yep.
One of those series is alive. One of those series is dead. Soul Calibur 5 nearly killed the series. Soul Calibur 6 did kill the series. Soul Calibur 6, I want to say I have heard, is a better fighting game, by all means. It just did not sell very well. Because it still kind of missed out on part of the appeal of the Soul Calibur series, which is that those are characters that people love and care about the stories of, and Soul Calibur 6 came out in the generation of fighting games where it was just about the competitive side and the devs kind of forgot about everything else.
Yeah.
So there's that immediately like, what the fuck? But beyond even that, oh, excuse me, having to catch my breath a little bit. Okay. Beyond even that, the also immediate joke of specifically Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
The notorious booby jiggle booby sweat game.
Specifically,
Which,
they didn't add sweat to any other part of the game. It's just on the boobs.
yeah.
Is that actually a thing they did?
Probably, that does sound correct, yes.
I wasn't aware.
I believe that the entirety of them sweats. At least when I downloaded last time, the whole thing was showing Kasumi and Ayane up front, all sweaty. So I don't think they were that explicit where it's just boob sweat, but nonetheless, it's funnier to say booby sweat, and let's be real here, the point of Dead or Alive, no matter what, is always boobies.
Yeah.
Fundamentally.
Yeah, the point of Dead or Alive, since they have been having crossovers with Virtua Fighter, has been two things: boobies, Jackie Bryant. You must play the game for one of these reasons.
I know what I'm playing it for.
Yeah, Jackie Bryant boobies, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, go ahead.
It's what everybody knows about Dead or Alive. You don't have to be a fighting game fan to know that about Dead or Alive. If you don't give a shit about fighting games, you are almost certainly aware of Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Just because, like, holy shit.
Yeah, or at least you're aware of the old advertisements they used to show on TV where the entire joke is, haha, it's not porn. Like,
we're getting closer though.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's supposed to be said with like a wink of like, it's not porn. Wink.
I like the way you said it's not porn. It's not porn.
I mean, that's
it's
just
totally not butter.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not porn. That's the new Dead or Alive spin-off series.
I mean, that was Extreme Beach Volleyball pretty well.
Yeah, it was at Extreme Beach Volleyball where they had a mini game where you chose like a team, and the main character that you chose was tickling the other one. Or was that Rumble Roses?
I almost want to say that was both, but I'm not an expert. way I know that is from the Super Best Friends videos.
Me too.
Yeah.
My only recollection of whichever game that is just the Super Best Friends trying to make any sort of progress in the game, and no matter what they pressed on the menu, they went back to the cutscene where one of the teammates tickles the other one with this like stick.
Was it like a Mickey Mouse glove on a
Yes.
stick?
Yes.
Okay, I'm 99% certain that was Rumble Roses. Which, my God, that like, you and I are both wrestling game fans, and does wrestling video game history get any weirder than Rumble Roses?
I mean, I want to say that like probably Backyard Wrestling rivals it, but like that's also only like 2 games. Oh wait,
Backyard Wrestling is one though where it's like specifically odd to a wrestling fan. Rumble Roses is weird regardless of whether or not you're a wrestling fan. If you're not a wrestling fan, you probably think that Backyard Wrestling is what wrestling looks like ordinarily.
I don't know, because Backyard Wrestling also has like I wanted to call her out real quick, but I forgot her name. But whatever, it like the point I'm trying to make is Backyard Wrestling. Both of those games have porn actresses.
Oh yeah, Matt's girl, as he called her.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I can't remember her name either. Son of a bitch.
Tara something.
Oh yeah, it was a Tara something. Tara Patrick. No, Tara Patrick is a race car driver. Nope. Excuse me. Sorry to any Tara Patrick fans. I didn't mean to.
Sorry to Tara Patrick personally.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear in my head Matt saying her name, but the last name's not coming through clear. We'll continue if I think of it later. Didn't one of those games have not Will I Am, but one of those games had who's the lead singer of the Plain White Tees?
Oh, I have no clue. I'll look him up.
Andrew something, or I don't remember.
Oh, Andrew WK.
Andrew WK. Why do I get him mixed up with Will I Am? Those are 2 very different people to get mixed up.
I'm not sure. Although
like, those are wildly different people.
Black Eyed Peas with Andrew WK would have been different.
Yeah, it would have been interesting, is what it would have been.
Yeah. But yeah, he was in the first one, I think, and then the second one had I want to say New Jack, Sabu, and Matt's girl.
I think we've got it mixed up because the very first game has New Jack on the cover.
Ah, so New Jack was in the first one. Yeah.
And he's like, "Look at me, I'm New Jack. I'm gonna stab you."
New Jack's patented catchphrase. I'm gonna stab you.
Yeah. Oh man, I could swear I had Backyard Wrestling 2 growing up, and that one had Andrew WK.
I have the first one.
Like okay,
between
the 2 of us, we should be able to piece this together.
I'm looking it up. So, okay, the second one has New Jack on it.
What?
Yeah, the first one is I wanted to say his name real quick because I used to play him a lot. But this guy in white sweatpants doing a table spot on the cover, and then the second one is not Shaggy Doodle, the other one. Violent J.
Right,
New Jack
yeah.
and some woman I don't recognize. Who may or may not be Matt's girl, I don't know.
No, Matt's girl was definitely brunette. Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah. I think the second game had him, but I don't remember.
I forgot how much of the Backyard Wrestling roster was actually made up of real wrestlers.
Yeah, a lot of it. I mean, Sabu, and Ben Pondo, and Rude Boy.
Sabu isn't in Backyard Wrestling 2, is he?
No, if memory serves, he was only in 2. Because I would have
looking at
yeah.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page of the roster for Backyard Wrestling 2, and Sabu isn't in it.
Then which game was he in? Shit.
He was in the first one.
But I would have recognized him. I don't remember him being in the game, and then I remember watching a video years later and going, he was in that game? Let's see. Who's on the roster? Violent J, Shaggy 2 Dope, Madman Pando, Rude Boy, Josh Prohibition, M-Doc 20, that's the guy. That's the guy in the white sweatpants. Evil JCW's Evil Dead, Jamie Madrox, Monoxide, Monoxide Child. Do, you're right, Sabu. The fuck?
Yeah. And then Horn Dog.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot John Zandig was in that game. Jesus.
Yeah. There were 5 of them.
Something I appreciate about seeing Andrew WK, then 2 porn stars.
If you're gonna party, you gotta party hard or whatever. That was him, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Cool.
Oh man, I forgot Vampiro was in that game.
Who the fuck is Cool Keys? Oh, that's on the soundtrack. I thought that was a playable person.
Oh, I feel like I remember that having a real trashy, real fuck. Oh, of course, Backyard Wrestling had something regarding Jerry Springer. Yeah. Oh boy, the early 2000s, huh?
Yeah, the second game's soundtrack consists of NWK, Cool Keys, ICP, some band called Bad Brains, Body Count, Six and Violence, Mudvayne, Saliva, Fall Out Boy, and Hoobastank.
Oh wow, Hoobastank, huh?
Yeah. I mean, both Fall Out Boy and Hoobastank kind of feel out of place here.
Yeah. Well, Hoobastank, to be fair, did not made songs other than the
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason. And Fallout Boy, I don't know Fallout Boy, but
Fallout Boy is a bit too. Yeah.
That was around the time where Hoobastank was getting to be real popular for the reason, a song that very much would not fit Backyard Wrestling.
Yeah. But I think they had Out of Control, which fit more. It was more like Out of Control was more nu metal, at least compared to the reason.
Okay, I've not listened to much Hoobastank other than the reason, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Hoobastank because of the reason. I didn't like it. But I heard Out of Control, and apparently that's that one song that every edgy kid picked up. Which, I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first game had Dropkick Murphys and Gwar, and Fallout Boy.
Nothing screams Backyard Wrestling like Fallout Boy.
Wait, never mind. I'm looking at the second game, apparently. So yeah, this game did have Out of Control. I mean, that makes sense.
I love.
Yeah.
Fucking Gwar.
Yeah. I mean, listen to these. I'm gonna let you guess who made these songs. But there's 3 songs on this soundtrack. They are titled. This is the same people making them. Fuck the World, We Gives No Fuck, and the third one will give it away. Juggalo Paradise.
Oh, well, that follows. I was going to guess ICP anyways, which would have been the boring guess.
Yeah. What is the true one?
Yeah.
And they did also, by the way, have Party Hard from Andrew WK, so
that follows.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a name that both of us would recognize, both for the song and the people performing it, because like there's Saliva, but it's Survival of the Sickest. Have you heard that song? I haven't.
Nope, I've never heard of that song before in my fucking life.
Me neither. Oh, hey, apparently the roster featured Jesus.
I mean, Andrew WK is right there.
Yeah, I mean, another reform. There's apparently a guy just called Messiah.
That still follows.
I'm gonna see if there's a fucking soundtrack thing for the first game, because that's the second game is funny.
And we've just trailed off from fighting games here. I guess wrestling games are tangentially tied to fighting games, but still.
I mean, it depends on which one, because there was the NetherRealm did make that WWE game for the phones.
Yeah, All Stars is very clearly more fighting game than wrestling game.
Yes. WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Massively. We need to get Mike in for that at some point.
All right. Apparently, Andrew WK was on the first game soundtrack as well as Anthrax and Bowling for
that
Soup.
Follows.
Bowling for Soup.
Okay, now they're out of place.
Let's see who
the guys
else?
that made the Phineas and Ferb sound main theme. Yeah, they're out of place here.
Yeah. Sum 41.
No, that makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, it is the Hell song, so like maybe I don't remember the Hell song all that well, but yeah. Also, Spine Shank. I like this band. This band is just called Neck.
Barring the presence of New Jack, this is very much Backyard Wrestling is very much an angry white boy game, so it makes sense it would have a lot of angry white boy music.
Yeah. I mean, can you really say that New Jack wasn't an angry white boy at heart?
Yes, I think I can say that.
Yeah, probably.
And if I didn't say that, then his ghost would haunt both our asses.
So yeah, fighting games. Let's see. By the way, the question still stands. Do you think KOF would be as big as Soul Calibur if it looked like Dead or Alive?
Do I? I think it was definitely an issue in 14 that the graphics weren't too good. And it's still somewhat of an issue in 15. It will still be somewhat of an issue for Garo 2. But, if wishes were fishes and yada yada, if any of us can manifest the millions needed to pump into SNK to give them a bigger budget, by all means, if anyone wants to pony up, be our fucking guest.
Yeah, SNK has decided that either their games will look bad or you will foot the bill for them to rotoscope the 3D models.
I mean, the question is phrased, anyone can make a Reddit account and say something stupid, but the question is phrased like, why would SNK choose for their game to look ugly? Stupid? Why not just have game be pretty instead? Stupid? You dumb idiots. If I was in charge of this game, I'd make it so much better. You dumb, stupid, dumb idiots. Stupid. I'm the best. You rock. Cancel that.
There's also this is a story. This is not really a question. This is a story that I wanted to read out to you because I enjoyed it. So someone posed the question. So how do I patch out DJ? The story is, it's too late. The damage is done. I hear Maximum in my sleep. Every time someone expresses joy around me, I hear his voice. I have nightmares. I wake up in cold sweat, having dreamt about his meteorous damage with Machine Gun Punch. I play against a Guile, and every third Sonic Boom hit was actually Air Slash. It was a lie. It wasn't Guile. It was DJ. Honda does a butt slam. You anti-air with Crouch Fierce. No, you didn't. It was light feint cross up. Honda is DJ. Honda is no more. DJ is DJ. You cannot... I'm sorry, I can't do this with a straight face. You cannot escape him. If you run, he will drive grab you from full screen. If you see DJ in the parking lot, it's already too late. He glows at sickly green, his vest dancing in the wind. Before you catch your breath, his sandal is already in your mouth. He's in the air. You block the cross up, but it never comes. You're in the corner. How did you get here? He's in burnout, isn't he? He's fishing with medium standing punch. You're safe to jump in. You fool! You absolute buffoon! What did you think was going to happen? You hear those words again. He is shining brightly in the OD glow. He's erudite. He knew you were coming. He wasn't crouching. He had one frame of extra charge he didn't need. You hear those words again. Maximum! Now he's getting red hot. Woohoo! DJ is never ending. He's all consuming. The last thing you see before you die is this. And it's a picture of DJ.
Yeah. Okay, when you first said, how do we patch out DJ? I thought that was like the old Mike Dead by Daylight forum thing. It's time for us to be able to opt out of Fighting Spirit.
Yeah.
The time is now. Rise up against your spirit overlords. But no, that's actually much better. I was worried there for a second it was just going to be really lame.
Yeah, no, it's just a really good story. I liked it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share it.
I am glad that turned out the way it did.
I also like the eldritch horror of DJ being everywhere and being illusions.
I mean, by all means, with his drive rush being the craziest in the game, he almost is a defiance of all the natural laws of the Street Fighter world.
Yeah.
DJ does not exist in accordance with the natural world.
Yeah. DJ's Let's Geek was in Ria. He picked it up there. So an actual question. What would you like to see from the new Fatal Fury? How can SNK push the series?
Well, push the series. I was about to say they should bring back some characters that KOF forgot about.
Yeah, like the one dude from 3. Wait, that was Art of Fighting. Fuck.
There are several characters from Art of Fighting 3 that have not popped up in games since.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they could probably put like half of the cast of Art of Fighting 3 into Garo 2, and I would go like, okay, I'm glad.
Heh.
That's the thing. I don't know what I'd want to see from a new Fatal Fury, because like I guess I just don't have enough experience. But I guess they could do the I forget, was it the Fatal Fury games gimmick where you could step into and out of the background?
That would be one major difference, yes.
They could try looking at that with modern eyes.
Real Bout Special also, well, Real Bout Special I don't think had this, but Real Bout on its own had ring outs. If you got hit against the corner too much, then eventually you just got blasted out of the ring and instantly lost.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't know
yeah.
if that would actually improve the game. In fact, we've already seen a trend of fighting games that make the corner pretty fucking scary. But it would be worth it just for people to reenact the
Geese's death.
No, well, Geese's death, yes, but also Homogeneous: A History of Gay Inventors.
I know which video you're talking about, but at the same time I don't. I have
a few. As you can imagine, for the Homogeneous series, there was a lot of ammunition provided by the ability for the player to accidentally kill themselves in the corner. Like, you thought you knew about killing yourself in the corner. You did not know about killing yourself in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I learn new things every time I play a game with ring outs. Like, I played Soul Calibur 1 years ago, and I got to the final boss. It was 1-1. The boss just decides to jump off of this fucking stage and die.
Yeah.
Like it genuinely, I got him cornered, and I went, okay, it's time to apply pressure. He just jumps off.
You can't kill me, I kill me.
Yeah.
Only I get to do that.
So yeah, there's things that can happen with ring outs. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if they would bring ring outs back because I feel like it would make too many people salty.
Definitely. Because that is like, there are not many conditions in modern fighting games of one-hit KOs like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the stepping into and out of the foreground and background could work as like, just try to go with the pseudo 3D idea.
Yeah. Bring back the cool Native American boxer dude from Real Bout Special 2 that wasn't in any other games ever. What was his name? It wasn't like Billy Wolf or something like that, was it?
I don't remember. His name was like just Jim. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we had before we had Duck King as the capoeira guy, we had, what was his name? Bobby something or other, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
There was he was definitely a black gentleman. Which, I mean, I guess all the capoeira characters are always black, aren't they?
I guess.
But nonetheless, yeah. Other than that, I mean, there's always just potential for innovation. On some level, I think that they'll just want it to be a little bit of,
Bob
I don't want to say
Wilson.
a nostalgic. Bob what?
Bob Wilson, apparently.
Bob Wilson. Yeah, that's what I remember.
Or
a little
Richard.
bit of a bland name.
Or Richard Mayer.
Richard Mayer. I also remember that.
Yeah, apparently, Richard Mayer was in the first Fatal Fury, and then Bob Wilson was in Fatal Fury 3.
That's right. There was. Did they look more or less the same?
Not exactly, but close enough. One of them wore green, the other one wore blue. That was their major defining trait that I can see in these designs.
Yeah, that's it was more than a little bit odd, yeah. But one of those guys coming back would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would think that they would want largely to not really innovate and for it to just be a send up, you know?
Yeah. Oh. And then, I guess the final final topic is
the final topic.
Yeah, for today. What are the funniest or weirdest victory quotes you've ever seen in a fighting game with an attached picture of Joseph Joestar saying, "Stupid people can believe in anything, so you can believe in yourself."
What's the funniest win quote?
Yeah.
I don't have a very good memory for win quotes at all. I
I mean,
can't think of a single answer.
I mean, there's the classic Terry one. Go home, you son of an ice cream maker, or whatever.
Yeah, there is that. And of course, there's when it's a funny win quote applied to the wrong character. Guile telling Chun-Li to go home and be a family man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Guile telling Blanca to go home and be a family man.
I'm trying to think of other like notable funny win quotes.
And Guile's story in Street Fighter 6 is more or less him going after Ken so he can tell him go home and be a family man.
Yeah. I guess I'll open up other people's suggestions in case we can figure it out, like we can't remember any.
You have quite a few Rugal win quotes you're fond of, right?
I have one that I really like, which is he just has a simple stupid one in CVS 2, which is Evil is the spice of life, and that's just something
Yes.
that just says something about his character that I just love. All right, let's see. Apparently, I need to be opening things. Oh yeah, the SVC Chaos Akuma. The feeding you takes less effort than smacking a baby. Not that I'd ever do that.
Yeah. That one is great on several levels.
So
Oh man.
Seth from KOF, I believe that's him.
Yeah.
He has a wing quote that is, "For victory, bring wine and chinchilla. It's all I desire."
Oh yeah, the badly translated KOF ones that just make no sense.
Yeah. Learn Taekwondo. Forehead. Oh boy, I don't think that will load because it's on fucking X.
Yeah.
Was this post made before 2014? Fuck you. If it wasn't, still fuck you, but at least sometimes we'll load it in.
Yeah.
Alright, here's a couple from one of the KOFs. It seems like one of the early ones because I don't remember this presentation. Kyo says, "Eat my flames of fury, wimp. Growl before the Kusanagis."
What?
Yes. That's not really funny. Alright. This is Kim Cup 1. The only enemy I have is me and my old girlfriend, and
Kim, what the fuck?
that's why he became Justice Man.
He's on the run from his ex?
I guess.
Okay.
Blue Mary. Talk about a bad neighborhood. The cats are so tough they wear brass paws. Thank you.
Alright then. I assume that's a lot more meaningful and funny in Japan.
I think it's just supposed to be a pun. A bad one, but a pun nonetheless. Oh yeah, this is a Terry one, I believe. I don't have a picture for this, so I can't be sure. But it's just wabba wabba. I'm in the pink today, boy.
Right. Yeah, that one. Wubba wubba, I'm in the pink today, boy. That sounds almost perverted in a way.
I hate the art of fighting, but I wanna be the king of fighters.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the Dan Win quote. Just a little bit, like, we can't be too friendly towards SNK.
Apparently, Tager has a wing quote in I don't know which game this is in Blaze Blue, but Tager has a wing quote against Platinum where he gets taken away by the feds.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Oh. Fucking Blaze Blue.
Yup. Ah yeah, the classic Alpha Kang quote. I need a better workout than this. Where's Eliza?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Ricky?
Which implies several potential things, many of which are not good.
I don't know which game this. Okay, Ultra Fight the Dakianta 2, which neither of us have really heard of. I don't believe I've heard of it, but like not. I haven't seen it before. There's a wing quote here. That was a matchup. That was a 7-3 matchup for you, and you still lost.
What?
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna send you the picture. Give me a sec.
Suck, but you still lost.
I don't know where I'll post this. I'll post it into the random thread, but I don't know the big. I don't fucking whatever. I don't care. It's in the random thread. You can see.
Yeah, okay, give me just a second. Winner! Exclamation point, one player.
Yeah.
That's an India fighting game of some kind.
Yep.
Is that not Angry Video Game Nerd?
It's hard to tell. I don't think so. He looks. He doesn't look white enough.
Eh. That's how you tell.
Yeah. All right. There's the Melty Blood. A gem woman, well, non-gem variant, which makes no sense to the listeners, but makes sense to us. But
Vaguely, I think her name is supposed to be Vampire Akiha.
Akiha Vermilion.
Yeah, but doesn't she have a vampire and non-vampire variants?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, normal Vermilion Akiha has a wing quote that is "Goodbye, Kohaku. If you had just been obedient like you were with my father, I would have let you go." Which apparently there's context to this that makes this foul.
Oh yeah, the one time I did try to look into and read about the Melty Blood plot.
I found the context.
Yeah, the context is that Akiha's dad forced himself onto Kahaku.
Yep.
And that's, I think, also why Hisui is supposed to be the more serious maid, is because she's always trying to protect Kohaku. I think it's supposed to be the lore. I looked into it just the once, and even then, I just kind of like very quickly kind of went like, the moment I found out that the original visual novel, whatever it was, I don't know if it was Fate or something or other, when I found out that that had like porn scenes.
Yeah. Ghost Rider to Phoenix Wright in UMVC 3. Do you have any idea how many lawyers are in hell?
Yeah. There were a lot of winning. There are a lot of winning win quotes in Marvel 3. Obviously, Deadpool and She-Hulk got a lot of them.
What the fuck is this wing quote? Actually, no. What the hell? So, this is a KOF 11. I wanna say KOF 11 or 12. It's the new boxer guy with the no shirt and the or well he has a shirt, but it's a button up shirt that he didn't button up. It's pink.
Oh, Shinwoo.
Yeah, him. His wing quote, and I quote: "You are one snooze fest of an opponent, winning on defense alone. You're a Democrat."
I'm sorry, repeat that?
You are one snooze fest of an opponent, winning on defense alone. You're a Democrat?
I see. Again, that sounds like it's kind of a Japanese political joke, but nonetheless, that is still funny for Americans on its surface as well.
I mean, it's funny for me just because, like, where the fuck is that coming from?
Well, he's certainly the first KOF character I've ever heard of to just have such distinct political views.
Yeah.
That is quite the surprise there. That is an odd one, but nonetheless, yes, an amusing one.
all creature will die and all the things will be broken. That's the law of samurai. Yajujube. Samurai Shodown 2.
You know, he's been known to do that, I suppose. I kill all things.
Yeah. I break all the pots. I need your rupees right now.
I'm coming in your house, I'm breaking your pottery. And if you don't like it, well, that's too bad, pal.
Alright, that's just the Kim one that I said previously. Oh yeah, that's I don't even remember. I think this is also a Terry quote. Or a Terry or a no, it's a Kyo quote actually. That's the pepper, that's the stuff. Oh yeah.
Terry gets a lot of the weird ones, I've noticed.
Yeah, this is either Terry or a Kyo quote. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is all of the stuff that people have submitted. But apparently, there's an entire Tumblr dedicated to funny queen quotes like this, apparently.
An entire thunder? What? What'd you say?
Tumblr.
Tumblr, I see, a Tumblr. That makes more sense.
No, it just seems like fighting game stuff.
Huh. Well, all right then.
Hanzo Hattori. Samurai Shodown, I'm not sure which one. I think it might be. No, that I'm actually wrong. Galaxy Fight. Universal Warriors, apparently. Crywine and Cell Vinegar. As a wing quote.
I assume that has more significance to the Japanese.
Perhaps. But yeah,
Maybe.
that's.
Just maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all of the wing quotes that I have found. Which I mean, there were a good couple of nice wing quotes there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Akuma one is
Definitely.
the Akuma one is especially a classic one though.
The Akuma one is very much a winner.
Yeah.
Not that I would do that though.
Yeah. Hey, maybe evil, maybe like just Ryu, but evil. But I still wouldn't smack a baby. That you know.
Yeah. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. Uh. So yeah, that's I believe all of the topics that I have gathered as well because like you know aside from Mortal Kombat 12, it has and Aki I guess that it has been a slow news month.
Surprisingly, after a pretty bumping few weeks ahead of that, it's
Yeah,
been
but
relatively slow.
TGS is today as we're recording this, I believe, either today or tomorrow. I forget. So who knows what they'll announce? Fucking Persona 5 Arena. It's not gonna happen. But I'm gonna joke about it because I don't know what the fuck that's they announced at the TGS that's fighting games related.
We'll all joke about Persona Arena, and we'll all be disappointed.
Yep. I forget. Did they cancel the rollback update for 4?
I thought it had already come out, but I can't remember.
Nice.
I want to say it was already in beta for a while, but I honestly can't remember.
Maybe I remember it entering beta. I don't maybe even it coming out. I forget. I remember people going, well, it's not gonna make a difference, and then you know, people willed it into reality, and it didn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. I guess that's fighting games then, because I didn't play any fighting games in the past months.
Yeah, the only fighting game I put any time into was playing around with Melty Blood Actors again, the community version.
Yeah, current code.
Yeah, which it was neat playing a version of that game that has practice mode, but I only put in a little bit of time messing around with like, oh, here's what Kahaku can do now. I have access to a actual command list. But then I just real quick was like, oh, I'll mess around in practice mode with Nico Arc. That sounds like fun. And I saw that she had picked up a few new moves that were interesting moves. And
Yeah,
I decided, you know what? Actually, I'm going to back out of this. I don't want to spoil myself on any. We need it to be live on recording our reactions to seeing really all of the new dumb Nico Arc bullshit in that game.
yeah,
Because
I
there's
heard.
like
Yeah.
that game, that Actors Again current code has like 5 Nico arcs on the roster.
Yeah, I heard that the Crescent Echo arc is bad. Like the things that I heard, the two characters this was in a thread of people just complaining about like people not rematching Street Fighter 6, and someone brought up Melty Blood or whatever. Like the actress again specifically, and
Yeah.
the person replied, "You don't ever rematch Crescent Echo or Crescent Chaos. Those are the two."
My understanding is that Neko is considered a garbage character because she puts out very little damage, kind of similar to Servbot.
I guess she might just be very annoying. Which, yeah, that checks out.
It's also not super clear because there's also a Neko version of Chaos in that game.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also did a similar thing with Type Lumina, where like I want to say I played through the arcade mode of the guy, the puppeteer guy, and I saw that he can summon nuns, and that's like he's a Rushdown puppet character that can summon nuns. And I went, okay, yes, I don't need to see more. I've seen enough. We need to we'll get around to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the like you take two of these and the character is dumb, but he has all three.
Yeah. It's excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, I suppose fighting games were then.
Fighting games were.